Forget turning your phone off for a weekend. That's not real isolation. Real isolation begins where humanity simply can no longer reach you. Imagine standing somewhere on Earth, where the nearest human isn't on land, but floating 250 miles above your head. That place actually exists. And it's not the only location where distance and geography completely erase every connection to civilization below. Today we'll uncover the planet's most extreme dead zones, where oceans, ice, and impossible landscapes isolate people beyond the reach of ordinary help. We'll begin at Point Nemo, the single location on Earth, farther from dry land than anywhere else on the entire planet. This isn't fiction. Every location you'll see is real, documented, and so isolated that reaching them becomes an extraordinary challenge itself. Let's begin our investigation at the most inaccessible point on Earth's oceans, where even life itself struggles to survive naturally. Welcome to Point Nemo, officially known as the oceanic pole of inaccessibility, hidden deep within the vast South Pacific Ocean. Drop a pin here, and the nearest piece of dry land lies almost 1,450 miles away in every direction. Nothing exists nearby. No islands, no passing towns, only endless ocean stretching beyond the horizon toward the nearest distant coastline. The surrounding ocean currents continuously circulate through this region, starving the water of nutrients until even marine life largely avoids it. Cargo ships rarely pass, because there is simply nothing here worth stopping for across one of Earth's emptiest regions. Ironically, that complete emptiness is exactly what transformed Point Nemo into one of humanity's most unexpected destinations on the entire planet. Space agencies deliberately target this exact location whenever satellites, rocket stages, or entire space stations reach the end of operational life. Instead of allowing debris to fall unpredictably, engineers carefully calculate each descent and guide every mission toward Point Nemo intentionally. More than 300 pieces of space debris already rest beneath these waters, forming the world's largest spacecraft graveyard on Earth. Among them lies Russia's Mir space station, a structure nearly the size of a football field resting silently beneath the Pacific. While astronauts orbit just 250 miles above, the remains of past missions slowly rust thousands of miles below in darkness. But Point Nemo isn't the only place where isolation creates impossible stories, because the next island carries a mystery nobody has explained completely. Travel south into freezing seas, where Earth's most remote volcanic island guards one of the ocean's strangest unexplained legends ever reported. Travel deep into the sub-Antarctic, where freezing seas and hurricane-force waves surround the most remote volcanic island on Earth. This is Bouvet Island, surrounded by towering ice cliffs, with no safe harbor and almost nowhere a boat can land. Its brutal weather can lower a person's core body temperature within minutes, making every attempted landing an extremely dangerous operation. That's exactly why the strange story connected to this isolated island has fascinated explorers and researchers for more than 60 years. According to a long-standing maritime legend, a 1964 expedition discovered an abandoned lifeboat resting alone on the island's volcanic terrain. The boat contained oars and supplies, yet there were no bodies, no nearby wreckage, and no obvious explanation whatsoever. Even stranger, the island's towering ice cliffs make landing any small boat safely almost impossible under normal conditions. If nobody could land there, then how did an empty lifeboat somehow reach the middle of this isolated volcanic island? Researchers remain cautious, because no official expedition report has ever fully confirmed the abandoned lifeboat story beyond doubt. Most scientists classify the account as maritime folklore, rather than an established historical event supported by verified expedition evidence today. Yet the legend survived for more than 6 decades, because Bouvet remains one of Earth's most hostile landing locations ever documented. Whether true or not, the mystery exists, because Bouvet's geography makes the story itself incredibly difficult to explain logically. But what if isolation didn't exist only across oceans, instead hiding beneath miles of Antarctic ice for millions of years completely untouched? Now travel straight downward beneath Antarctica, where an enormous hidden lake remained completely sealed from the outside world for millions of years. Lake Vostok lies beneath nearly 2.5 miles of solid Antarctic ice, isolated from sunlight and the atmosphere completely. Scientists estimate this lake remained sealed for nearly 15 million years, without contact with the outside world during that entire time. When Russian scientists finally drilled through the ice during 2012, they recovered samples from one of Earth's most isolated environments. Those samples revealed traces of bacterial DNA unlike anything previously cataloged from the surface world, immediately surprising researchers studying the discovery. Some scientists argued drilling fluid contaminated the samples, while others believed the remarkable DNA truly originated inside Lake Vostok itself. Either way, one extraordinary question remained, because if life survived there, where else might it still be hiding? Whether the DNA was native or introduced during drilling, the discovery forced scientists to ask an extraordinary question about life itself. If organisms survive beneath 2 miles of ice for 15 million years, perhaps life can endure in places we never imagined. That possibility extends far beyond Antarctica, because similar hidden environments may exist elsewhere on Earth or even beyond our planet. But our next destination isn't an empty wilderness, because hundreds of people actually call one of Earth's most isolated islands home. Meet Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited island on Earth, isolated deep within the vast South Atlantic Ocean. The island lies 1,500 miles from South Africa and nearly 2,000 miles from South America in complete isolation. Only about 250 people live here, permanently separated from the outside world by thousands of miles of open ocean. There is no airport, no runway, and no flat land capable of supporting aircraft arrivals anywhere on the island. The only connection comes by cargo or fishing vessels, requiring a 6 to 7 day voyage through dangerous southern seas. During annual winter storms, ships often cannot dock for weeks, leaving the island completely cut off from the outside world. For the people living here, there is no emergency flight, no rapid evacuation, and no quick route to mainland hospitals. If a serious medical emergency happens on Tristan da Cunha, survival may depend entirely on whether a ship is already nearby. The community grows food, generates its own power, and sometimes waits months before the next essential supplies finally arrive safely. This isn't a research station or military base, but an ordinary town living with extraordinary isolation every single year. Yet, even this island isn't Earth's largest dead zone, because one enormous forest swallows people across millions of square miles. Leave the oceans behind, because the planet's largest dead zone isn't water at all. It's an endless frozen forest. The Siberian Taiga stretches across millions of square miles of northern Asia, becoming the largest forest anywhere on Earth. In some regions, you could travel 1,000 miles without crossing a single road, power line, or another human being. The forest is so vast entire countries could disappear within its empty wilderness without ever being discovered from the ground. And the deeper you go, the more this frozen wilderness begins revealing why so many people never find their way back. Winter temperatures plunge to nearly -60 degrees Fahrenheit, turning this forest into one of Earth's most unforgiving survival environments. At those temperatures, exposed skin can suffer frostbite in under a minute, while metal becomes brittle enough to snap unexpectedly. Even vehicle engines often refuse to start in these conditions, leaving anyone stranded with very few realistic chances of survival. People really do vanish. Survey crews, hunters, and escaped prisoners disappeared here, while search teams returned without finding any trace. The problem isn't only getting lost, it's the unimaginable scale of a wilderness simply too vast to search effectively in time. GPS alone can't save you, because technology means very little when the surrounding terrain stretches endlessly in every direction without landmarks. In the Siberian Taiga, the forest doesn't chase people. It simply swallows them beneath millions of square miles of relentless wilderness. Now connect every destination, because together they reveal 5 completely different ways our planet isolates anyone who enters them. Point Nemo showed isolation created by endless ocean, farther from land than anywhere else on the surface of our planet. Bouvet Island proved lethal geography alone can make reaching a place almost impossible, even before the weather begins fighting back. Lake Vostok revealed millions of years beneath solid ice, preserving one of Earth's most extraordinary scientific mysteries below Antarctica. Tristan da Cunha demonstrated what happens when ordinary people build lives where help may remain days or weeks away. And the Siberian Taiga proved sheer size alone can isolate people just as completely as oceans, cliffs, or Antarctic ice. Together, these locations reveal 5 completely different ways Earth can cut humanity off from the rest of civilization. We often believe every corner of Earth is easily reachable, simply because modern satellites can photograph nearly every location clearly. But being visible from space and actually reaching that location are 2 completely different realities on our remarkable planet. Astronauts can clearly look down upon Point Nemo, yet the nearest help still remains over 1,400 miles away. And perhaps that's the greatest reminder that our world still contains places refusing to follow ordinary human expectations completely. Even today, these extraordinary locations continue reminding us that isolation isn't measured by maps alone, but by true accessibility. The farther we explore, the more we discover our planet still holds extraordinary frontiers hiding in plain sight. The next time someone says every place on Earth has already been explored, remember these extraordinary locations still challenge that assumption today. Some of the planet's greatest mysteries aren't hidden by secrets. They're protected by distance, climate, and geography beyond ordinary human reach. These 5 destinations remind us that exploration isn't finished, because our world still holds places few people will ever experience firsthand. Whether beneath Antarctic ice, across endless oceans, or inside frozen forests, isolation continues shaping some of Earth's most remarkable stories today. Modern technology connects billions, yet these locations prove there are still places where nature completely overwhelms human convenience and control. The purpose of this journey wasn't to sensationalize these places, but to understand why they remain among Earth's most isolated environments. Sometimes the greatest discoveries aren't about finding something new, but seeing familiar maps from an entirely different perspective than before. Our next investigation will uncover another collection of extraordinary places where science, geography, and history reveal equally fascinating realities. Until then, stay curious, because every remarkable journey begins with one question that refuses to leave your mind unanswered. If you enjoy exploring the world's hidden places through evidence and real stories, subscribe to Lost Archives and join our next investigation.